Hello everyone, welcome to this short discussion on how's Niper-Mohali, what are the companies hiring, what are the job offers, what are the job roles, what are the locations at which job comes, what about the learning at Niper-Mohali. So today we have with us our esteemed guest for the day, Miss Vaishnavi Kapdi. Last year when she stood up to Niper All India rank 12 from a GPAT rank which was 3 digit of around 242, it was a great achievement, and we have this interview right available on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type Dharmesh Mehta Niper preparation Vaishnavi Kapde, and you will find her entire interview about preparation, how it was different compared to GPAT, why GPAT was 3 digit, and what made a difference to Niper being in 2 digit. Anyways, a lot of discussion about exam preparation being done over there. Now let's focus upon how is it going there at Niper-Mohali and multiple other aspects. So welcome back, Vaishnavi. Thanks for your time, especially for on a weekend for all the Niper aspirants coming in.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. It is always my pleasure to be with Pharmaelite.
Thanks a lot, Vaishnavi. Big comeback in, and especially taking into account on and off switches, because when your Niper day started, I suppose initially it was from home, maybe a month or two, and then it actually went offline. So, what has been the great variation compared to that online and offline mode of learning at Niper?
Yes, sir. Coming to the question of journey of masters at Niper, so it has been great journey. It is great to experience this beautiful journey. I have learned many things in past 8 to 9 months. Like along with the best quality of education over here, we also get lot of extra co-curricular activities, which actually helps you to develop as a person in all perspectives. So in my case, it actually helps me to develop my communication skills, my presentation skills, knowledge, and many more things. Then talking about the people, everybody over here are like our seniors, colleagues, PhDs, our faculty members are very kind, helpful, approachable, and because of which I never felt like I'm very far away from my home. And talking about the campus of Niper Mohali is indeed most beautiful one. And yes, sir. And also, when I walk on the roads of Niper, it reminds me of my preparation journey of GPAT and Niper, and it always pushes me more to do more hard work to achieve my goal.
Glad to hear that. Looking forward, when almost the first year is about to end, how have been the practicals a bit different compared to the way they were being? Is it more result focused or learning focused or the methodology? And which are the usual practicals you are into? I mean, is it novel drug delivery systems or solid state? How does it go?
Yes, sir. So first 3 months we were having online classes, but we were fortunate enough that NIPER called us back on campus in around mid-November, and from that time only our practicals, offline practicals were started. Like in first semester, it was more related to other subjects along with pharmaceutics. And in second semester, we are mainly focusing on the specialization courses, that is pharmaceutics. We have solid state lab practicals, then novel drug delivery lab practicals. And it is actually great because we get to learn more and more instruments which are available in NIPER. Like we are getting to know how they are working. Then like also we are having various practicals, then we have to submit the report, vivas, and because of which it has actually made us a habit, like we have to read more articles, literature search we have to do, which actually helps us to increase our knowledge.
Compared to the conventional books, notes, presentations, the best part being referring the latest articles. Next part,
Yes.
then, what are the different companies which are coming in to hire from Niper-Mohali? We did get a brief about the same based on the seniors being placed, being available on the LinkedIn page. But just to understand, what are
Yes.
the briefly companies hiring?
So the companies, like they are divided into core companies and non-core, that is consultancy part. So in core companies, to name a few, like DRL, then Lupin, Zydus, Novartis, Viatris. And in consultancy, we have like eValueServe, Pharmace, then IQVIA, Novartis, GSK.
So the core ones include research and development and all those factors to a good extent.
Yes.
And when you talk about
Yes.
non-core, If I'm not wrong, Extria being coming up in as well, even that was being posted on our LinkedIn page. So they're hiring in for
Yes.
business analysts. So is it that only
Yes.
pharmacoinformatics or any specific stream students are allowed, or as always, entire Niper-Mohali batch is allowed for any placement based on company's requirement, obviously?
Yes, based on company's requirement, even the Sutix people can sit for business analyst post. We have business analyst, then trainee, technical analyst, then in core, then technical trainee, formulator R&D. These job
Okay.
roles are offered.
One of the major variations which a good number of students think that when it comes to MS in pharmaceutics and MTech in pharmaceutical technology and formulation, the PTF stream, does it differ to a good extent, or it's around about, maybe 60% same around?
Yes, it's almost 70 to 80% it's same. Only few subjects they are having different than us, but we can also take it as an audit subject for us also in Sutix.
So
So it is
it's
almost same for both.
okay. So learning wise, there is no that difference whether you are being in pharmaceutics or pharmaceutical technology and formulation. Yes, the big difference being MTech and MS being the degree, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm. Yes.
How about that transition from preparation to GPAT to NIPER? Because 2021, the GPAT exam was somewhere in Feb and results around March and NIPER was somewhere in June, if I'm not wrong. So, how was that preparation journey, especially with semester 8 being plus minus due to COVID and all other factors being carried away?
So in the GPAT, I had like thought process in mind that if I prepare for GPAT all 4 years syllabus, then it will actually help me in all the other exams like Manipal, NIPER, BITS. So I was focusing more on basics part in my GPAT preparation. So I was covering more and more syllabus in GPAT, and for NIPER preparation, I was having around 3 months gap. So I was more focused on the areas which were my weak areas. Then I had to revise all the things of the GPAT. Plus, I had to learn some more things in details like the spectroscopy part, analysis part, and other things like cons and vocabulary. And so that was the difference. And also I made some changes in my methodologies, like learning methodologies, like I used to carry the mistake book. So in that I used to write whatever the mistakes I had done. And also one thing, like I if we take example of one lesson from Tripathi, then if I used to read one paragraph, then I used to frame as many questions as possible from that para in like Word doc, and while revising I used to just answer those questions. So that actually helped me to reduce my revision timings also.
So basically, while reading, you were predicting what could be the possible questions in and out from that particular zone. And the most important thing, which I remember we discussed last year as well, as you mentioned, you had a separate book wherein you had mentioned all your mistakes in which was supposed to be improvised. Glad to know that in
Yes.
again. And just to understand one of the major things, like a lot of us get depressed, and with GPAT result around the corner, I've been knowing your seniors were already being placed at Niper-Mohali. Their GPAT rank was somewhere in 1,000. Sniper rank was around 96, and they're already being placed at a handsome package of 12 lakhs plus. But talking about the mindset, I mean, GPAT, since I suppose you were around 243 or 242, if I'm not wrong, and kind of not
Yes.
taking that positively or negatively and getting ready for Niper, that changeover of mindset. Because जैसे रिजल्ट बाहर आने वाला है या आता है, a lot of us get into thought process like जब जीपैट लिखते हैं तो नीट की याद आती है, ये गलती की थी, वो सारी चीजें फ्लैशबैक जैसा रन होता है. And again, if that same mistake somewhere happened in Niper where you actually thought you could have done it to a double digit rank but triple digit आया, तो वो mindset का change over कैसे किया? How did you make yourself ready for Niper that okay, what's done is done, you cannot change it, GPAT is through, but let's focus more on Niper. How did you deal with that?
यस सर. सो मेरा फोकस था कि मैं सारा सिलेबस कवर कर दूं. लाइक मेरा जीपेट रैंक था 241. तो वो मेरा मतलब स्टडीज में ज़्यादा कुछ अफेक्ट नहीं किया था, क्योंकि मेरा मेन फोकस था कि मेरा सिलेबस कवर होना चाहिए, मुझे पूरा नॉलेज होना चाहिए जो कुछ भी सिलेबस है। तो इस वजह से मैं उतना रैंक पे फोकस नहीं किया था, स्टडीज पे फोकस किया था, मतलब डिस्ट्रैक्शंस पे फोकस नहीं किया था, स्टडीज पे फोकस किया था, इसलिए लाइक आई वाज टारगेटिंग नाइपर, सो दैट्स व्हाई।
So we are more focused on the process for the things to come rather than what is already true and which we cannot change. The best part of it.
यस सर।
And again, to understand, what about the number of questions you attempted during NIPER? I mean, GPAT में जो 241 आया था, probably a year-long time to discuss that. Was it due to less number of questions being attempted, or was it due to syllabus mistakes? And how did you take over from those to the correct way in NIPER?
Sir, actually, I think in GPAT I had answered around 80 to 90 questions, and the main focus was I was not like willing to take risk that time. But for my NIPER, I practiced more and more papers on Pharmaelite test series, like 15 to 20 papers I had practiced, and because of which speed, focus, and practice that helped me a lot while answering my NIPER exam, like that proper time management which we want. So that because of that, I could answer more number of questions in NIPER compared to GPAT.
What amount of time did you take for those entire 200 questions for NIPER?
Sir, I think 1.5 hour I took to go through, like answer all 200 questions, and the next half hour the questions I had left out, like the
Mark
difficult
for
questions,
reviewing it.
and so almost 2 times I checked whole paper.
Basically, we had a good amount of time during NIPER paper, जो usually लोगों के साथ थोड़ा सा problematic हो जाता है. And the major reason being paper solving practice. Two important things before we take it off altogether. Were you kind of satisfied with what happened during the paper? I mean, paper में आपने 180 या 185 whatever number of questions you attempted. Were you okay with that, or you felt that there was always a chance to attempt more questions? I mean, you were very close to that target at 0-1. So वो gap कहीं ना कहीं आपको लगता है number of questions कम attempt किया इसकी वजह से हुआ something of that sort?
Yes, so maybe sir, because वही फैक्टर फिर से आता है कि रिस्क नहीं लेना है ज़्यादा, और तब भी ऐसा पता नहीं था कि, इसलिए मैंने 180 to 190 क्वेश्चंस किए थे अटेम्प्ट इन नाइपर एग्जाम।
And जो 10-15 हमने छोड़े थे during NIPER's paper, did we have any background about that, or was it totally away from what we have read?
नो सर, आई वाज काइंड ऑफ नोइंग दोज क्वेश्चंस, बट जस्ट दैट आई वुड डजंट वांट टू टेक द रिस्क फॉर दैट।
तो थोड़ा सा सेफ खेलने के चक्कर में we let it go. Anyways, we are at our targeted place, so that's a bit secondary call now. Before we take it off altogether, one final advice from you for all your upcoming juniors right at Niper-Mohali, maybe in next 2 to 3 months.
Yes, so first of all, congratulations to all the students who answered GPAT, irrespective of qualifying and not qualifying GPAT, because you have put in all your efforts to answer this exam. And coming to the part, like if you have qualified GPAT, now you have to focus accordingly. And if you have not qualified GPAT also, then you have many other opportunities that are there for you all. So my advice will be consistent and stay focused, be sincere to your work, and yes, whatever, like put in all your efforts, and whatever will be good for you will definitely happen.
Two more things to add on. First of all, a big thanks to that. How did you manage your Niper and Manipal? Because I suppose your Manipal rank was also somewhere around in top 20, if I'm not wrong, rank 7.
Yes, sir.
So balancing
Yes.
Manipal and Niper, how did that go hand in hand? Any special preparations for Manipal or any variations? Equal go to both of them.
Sir, I think Manipal exam was 4 or 5 days before NIPER exams. So the basic syllabus remains same. Only for Manipal exams, we have to learn a few MBA questions as well. So because of that, it was the syllabus was going hand in hand. So that like doesn't make any difference in your preparation. So just that you have to focus more, like few questions of MBA also come. So that also you have to take into consideration for Manipal exam.
And lastly, and the most important one, for Pharmaelite, how did Pharmaelite play a role into making it to your dream destination?
Yes, definitely, sir. Pharmaelite played a great role in my journey. From the tips, tricks, all the motivational stories had really impacted my studies. And also, like I had clear vision in my mind. Like even if I'm not able to crack GPAT for any reason, I was having many other options as well, like Manipal, Bates, ICT, MTech. And if I crack GPAT, then definitely Niper was my target. So that vision was also clear. Like I was not confused or depressed. So whatever will be the results, I was okay with it. Like with Pharmaelite, it has greatly impacted my journey.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi. Looking forward to meet your juniors on the other side. Probably 3 months down the line, they'll be right over there and asking you for personal instructions one to one. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Take care. All the best. Stay safe. Thank you so much again.